with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today in HD.
The search is on for a new Hamilton County superintendent.
Plus, a local teen saved his hard-earned money to buy a motorcycle. Then it was stolen, and the crime all caught on camera.
The case involving one of the mayor's aides has been at a standstill in court. I'm Michelle Herron. I'll explain what's the holdup and when we could expect the case to move forward.
It's 5:30. Good morning, Tennessee Valley. So glad you're tuned in to Channel 3 Eyewitness News Today. I'm Latrice Curry.
And I'm John Martin. Today is Friday, October 21st, 2016. Now here is David with a look at that forecast. Hello, David.
We loved the rain. Had some good rain yesterday afternoon and evening. And now we're looking at the cooler weather settling in. It's going to be great fall weather. Take a look outside. There's your live Doppler radar. Maybe a drizzle or two east of town, but for the most part, the rain departing the area. And now it's just kind of breezy out there. 15-mile-per-hour winds out of the northwest, bringing in some cooler air through the day today. 60 in Chattanooga. We're only going to have a high of 65 as we progress through the day. It'll be a cool and breezy all day long. Even into tonight, it will be jacket weather as you're heading to your Friday night football games. Game of the week is Cleveland at Ooltewah. And it'll be a 58 degrees and breezy at kickoff. Stay breezy with it dropping down to 51 as the game is wrapping up and you're heading home to get ready for a great fall weekend. We'll have details on said weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, a domestic violence case against the husband of one of the mayor's senior advisors will continue in court today.
Well, the allegations unfolded back in May, but the case has been on hold ever since. Well, today that could all change. Tracking the story this morning, Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Herron joins us live now from downtown, the courts building with more. Michelle, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. And also, it's a little bit more than breezy out here this morning. I would categorize this as windy, David. But hey, going back to this case, we've been waiting for this case to move forward in court because we're waiting for a report by the TBI to be finished. And that's what the holdup has been for all of these months now. This case involves allegations of an inappropriate relationship between Bobby Stone's wife and the mayor. Now, Mrs. Stone and the mayor have both denied those claims several times. The judge ordered that the Stones not have any contact with one another back in May, and now we're waiting to see if that report from the TBI is finished and how that could impact the case as it moves forward in the courtroom. Now they'll all be back in the courtroom later on this morning, and we'll be there as well, bringing you live updates. But for now, I'm Michelle Herron, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Michelle, thanks so much for that live update. Well, the Hamilton County School Board met Thursday evening, continuing their search for a new superintendent. The school board's first step is deciding on a search firm to bring in candidates for the position, but some board members are already focusing on what type of person they want for the position.
We get in here and we talk about getting this perfect candidate that he's going to come in, he's going to raise our test scores, and he's going to get our graduation rates up, and he's going to get our enrollment up, and he's going to fix our truancy. I mean, we are looking at somebody that's impossible to find. We need to be realistic about this.
It's got to be a special person that really understands not only education but also business, because at the end of the day, HTD is a hybrid of both. We're an organization that operates like a business, but yet we're a government entity that's serving the children of our community.
Well, the school board will choose one of three search firms. Board members will hold a special session on Tuesday, then make a final vote on Thursday.
A high school senior saved every dollar this summer to purchase his first motorcycle. This week, it was stolen from his house in the middle of the night. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says the person responsible is 26-year-old Robert Corey Ripple. Ripple was added to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office top 12 most wanted list earlier this month. He was wanted for 15 warrants. Late last night, he was found on the stolen motorcycle before trying to flee from officers. The bike was spray painted black and damaged. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Department is still looking for the two men in the surveillance video that captured the crime. If you have any idea who those individuals are, you're asked to give them a call. Well, troopers are warning drivers about potential delays as a large semi travels through the region.
Well, the Superload carrying a mobile lift platform is stopped for the night at the Georgia state line, and that's where we'll find Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pham to tell us more about this when it's going to be back out on the road. Tim, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. That's right. We're told the Superload arrived here in Georgia just before 3 o'clock this morning. The Tennessee Highway Patrol escorted this large load all the way through the state of Tennessee, assisting it. But we want to give you an idea of just how large this thing is. You can see that it is nearly 3 lanes wide, and that could cause some significant delays for commuters on the road. Oops, excuse me. But as you can see that it is taking a break here and it's heading to Florida. It started in Indiana. The truck is about 100 feet long and 24 feet approximately and weighs nearly 160,000 pounds. The State Department of Transportation says when it's on the road, it could take up nearly 3 lanes, which again could cause some delays. So drivers should be mindful of that if you are traveling on 75 South. THP is done assisting, and now the Georgia State Patrol is taking over once they start moving again. We're working to learn when that will be today, because if it is during the morning commute, again, a lot of people heading down to the Atlanta area for weekend activities, and you know, Atlanta has some pretty congested traffic. So again, we're working to learn more information. We'll bring you updates throughout the morning. Reporting live in Ringgold, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Hey, Tim, quick question for you. So is the driver there, the Superload, is he there on site?
We haven't seen anyone around the Superload. It's possible that they're sleeping in the cabin, but we don't want to wake them up. We want to give them their time to rest. Obviously, a long drive ahead to Florida.
All right, then we'll listen to find out more about, so we can let our viewers know when that Superload will be back out on the road so they can prepare if they're headed that way then. All right, Tim, thanks so much for the update.
I think a good welcome wagon would be Tim Pham in the early morning. Well, turning now to Decision 2016, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are blitzing battleground states today, getting serious after a night of laughs.
Yeah, they shared the same stage. You can imagine some awkward moments at a traditional charity event in New York, exactly 24 hours after a very ugly debate that raised doubts about whether Trump will go away quietly if he loses. Edward Lawrence has the latest on Decision 2016. Yeah, that wasn't awkwardly. You're right, that is it. Here you go with more.
In a moment hidden from most in the room, Donald Trump finally shook hands with Hillary Clinton at the Alfred E. Smith Foundation dinner in New York. The Republican candidate started off his speech being political.
Hillary believes that it's vital to deceive the people by having one public policy and a totally different policy in private.
After a round of boos, Trump finally got the message. This night was about fun and charity.
This is the first time ever, that Hillary is sitting down and speaking to major corporate leaders and not getting paid for it.
It's amazing I'm up here after Donald. I didn't think he'd be okay with a peaceful transition of power.
Clinton did her part for the roast.
Getting through these 3 debates with Donald has to count as a miracle.
On the campaign trail, Clinton had President Obama in Florida and his wife in Phoenix trying to rally support for Election Day.
And then says today that he will accept the results if he wins. That is not a joking matter.
Trump held a rally in Ohio before the charity dinner.
If I win.
Leaving the door open to challenging the results if they don't go his way. Well, today, Donald Trump has 3 events in both North Carolina and Pennsylvania. Hillary Clinton will be at a rally in Cleveland, Ohio. Edward Lawrence, NBC News, Washington.
All right, coming up on Eyewitness News today, we're going to head outside and check traffic, and also David has a look at your forecast.
And we'll take a look at your national and international headlines.
And a good morning. Oh, this weekend is going to be nice and cool. You want to get out there, maybe check out some fall foliage. Let's kind of break it down for you. Mid-October is about when we start to see our peak leaf colors traditionally. The leaves have not changed that much in some of the lower elevations and the basically below 2,000 feet, but 3,000 to 4,000 feet peaking like crazy this week. 2,000 to 3,000 feet starting to turn, and you're not seeing much color, maybe just a little bit below 2,000 feet. Most elevations are 1,500 to 2,000. So I think next weekend you'll probably see tons of color. This weekend, get out there, enjoy. Maybe you'll see a little bit. 60 degrees Chattanooga, 59 Cleveland, 61 degrees in Murphy, North Carolina. We're going to have a high today of 65 in Chattanooga. We'll even stay in the upper 50s in some of the higher elevations. And just a quick look at your forecast the next few days showing it warming back up, 76 by Sunday. More coming up in a moment. Right now we head to John for your up-to-date traffic. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, David. Thank you very much. Let's take a look outside on your morning commute. If you're headed from Ringgold, Georgia to downtown, you're looking at a drive time about 24 minutes this morning. Of course, we've been tracking Superload all day. It is a massive 100-foot long, 24-foot wide semi-truck heading from Indiana to Jupiter, Florida. Tim Fan will keep you up to date when that thing starts moving again. Tomorrow for the Shepherd Community Homecoming Bridge celebration, there will be a rolling closure on Shepherd Road that will be from Tuskegee Boulevard across the Highway 153 overpass and ending at the Shepherd Youth and Family Development Center. Shepherd Road will close Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Your detour is West Shepherd Road.
All right, thanks, John. Well, a small plane made an emergency landing on a Georgia highway. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, this twin-engine plane landed at the intersection of Highway 166 near I-20 in Carrollton around 11 a.m. Thursday morning. Well, the pilot, who was the only person on board, ran out of fuel and had to land, according to police. Well, the flight departed from Henry County Airport and was headed to West Georgia Regional Airport in Carrollton. The FAA is investigating.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has confirmed another death due to the rupture of an airbag made by Takata Corporation. Officials say a 50-year-old woman died on September 30th in Riverside County, California. The woman was driving a Honda Civic that was first recalled in 2008. That repair never happened. This is the 11th confirmed U.S. fatality attributed to Takata airbags. More than 100 million inflators have been recalled worldwide after it was determined the airbags can inflate with too much force, causing their metal interior to rupture and spray shrapnel into the vehicle.
All right, coming up on Eyewitness News today, talking about head injuries and concussions can be dangerous, but do some athletes and coaches take it seriously? Also, the health department making a big push for flu shots.
But first, here's a look at what's coming up on the Today Show.
Good morning. Less than 24 hours after that contentious debate and Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton faced off again, this time in New York City at the Alfred E. Smith charity dinner, where the only thing separating the two was a priest, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, seated between Trump and Clinton. This as Trump is still facing an intense amount of blowback for refusing to accept the results of the election unless he wins. He says he's reserving the right to contest the results if they are questionable. The very latest for you coming up on Today.
The Hamilton County Health Department is urging everyone to get a flu shot.
Yeah, already doctors report an increase in flu activity this year. I visited the local health department, and here's more in this Eye on Health report.
Flu activity is up this year and an earlier than usual start to the season. Connie Beaker is with the Hamilton County Health Department.
Sometimes it may be related to temperatures and the climate from one year to the next.
Connie says they often see cases of the flu outside of the traditional flu season of October to March.
This week begins our real push for flu vaccine in Hamilton County.
Connie says getting the flu shot is the most effective way to prevent catching the flu. The CDC says young children, adults 65 and older, pregnant women, and those with chronic conditions are at higher risk of developing serious complications from the flu.
Connie says most people tend to want to sit back and see how it goes, but that's a real mistake because not only do people get sick, but there are also deaths from the flu every year.
In Hamilton County, there were 8 deaths from the flu in 2014.
I really want to make the case for people getting flu vaccine.
Some of the most common flu symptoms to look for are fever, cough, sore throat, and body aches.
Whether you think it's for you or not, it is important to stop the chain of transmission.
And that also includes things like washing your hands, covering your mouth when you cough or sneeze, and avoiding people who are sick. Latrice Curry, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Channel 3 Eyewitness Traffic is brought to you by CHI Memorial. CHI Memorial supports prostate health and encourages you to get a wellness check today. To find a physician near you, visit chimemorialmedicalgroup.org.
Hey, welcome back. Time 5:57. Let's get right to your morning commute. Nothing really affecting you this morning other than maybe Superload, a massive tractor trailer heading through Tennessee and Georgia. Tim Pham will have a live update in just a few minutes about how that might impact your drive time. We'll keep you up to date all morning long. Right now, here is David with a look at the weather.
Superload.
Superload.
You gotta love it. UTC football, 2 p.m. Saturday. Temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s through the game. Great fall weather. Go and enjoy. The Mock says they rolled a victory against VMI this weekend. Temperature just dropped now to 59 degrees Chattanooga. Northwest winds at 15 miles per hour. A little on the breezy side as you're stepping out and about. Michelle Heron is out in it, and she said, it's not breezy, it's windy, for crying out loud. All right, it's windy. 15 mile per hour wind, 60 degrees in Murphy, and it's going to be breezy and cool all day long. That big fetch of cool air moving in, causing temperatures to be about 5 to 10 degrees below average this afternoon. We'll have a high of 65 degrees in Chattanooga this afternoon, and that is 5 degrees below average. So rainfall yesterday, had about a quarter of an inch of rain. Fairly widespread around the Tennessee Valley, 3/4 of an inch in parts of Dade and Walker County, and then you get up to Dalton, just north of Dalton, a quarter of an inch. Rome up to Ellijay and into Murphy, not much at all. Everything kind of fizzled out before we got to you, and now we're looking at all of the rain moving eastward, and it's going to be kind of a cool and breezy day. Those winds out of the northwest, again, 10 to 15 miles per hour. It'll stay cool and dry on Saturday with the winds dying down, so it should be a great fall day Saturday. It's going to be nice Sunday also, a cool start, and then we're going to warm up into the mid-70s on Sunday, and that's going to start a pattern next week that'll keep us warm in the afternoon and cool and dry in the morning. So your high today, a low to mid-60s, that is as warm as we're going to get. Clearing skies, the average high is 70. 59 Murphy, 57 in Altamont, and then tonight we're going to drop down in the low 40s in the valley, getting down to 40.